Start that stream. Connecting software, excellent connection. Alright. Part 24 of Generation Zero. I think we're just now going into the forest region. Let me pull up my stream, make sure that it's all good. And then we head south, I believe, right? Yeah, a little building right there. And there's also a rival in the way. Be an easy one to fight, get some easy experience off of him and the relay beside him. So you know what, let's do it. Whoops, I'm so used to pressing Y to interact from 13. I am over encumbered, aren't I? I'm always over encumbered in this game. I'm not putting down loot. I mean, what if I need it? So many of them. And none of those are my rival, I don't think. Nope. So no reason to go pick in a fight that we don't have to. In fact, let's sneak over here. I can always come back for that rival later when he levels up, though. Well, I don't know if hunters drop anything good. I haven't found a hunter rival that drops anything good. It's always been the tanks and the harvesters. Actually, I wonder if it's level dependent. I wonder if loot has like a level requirement, so you can't accidentally find like yellow tier gear when you're level 1 or 2. If so, I think that's a little silly, because I mean, if you're willing to take on like a tier 4 rival at level 2, I think you should be, you know, appropriately rewarded for that. But I guess also find like a blue or purple gear at level 2 would also be pretty good. But I mean, because recently, it might be region dependent too. So I know since I've been like on the northern side here and come down the east, I found a lot more yellow gear. Yep, doesn't be too much. Alright, well, there's a collectible in here, so I do have to go through all these storage containers, I think. Well, let's check over here first. So I'm willing to bet these are nothing but runners. And the collectible's probably tucked away back here. Still a super weird place to put an ammo can in the shower. It's gonna rust. Here it is. Alright, where to next? Been here. I guess we just head a little more southeast. Do so while crouched so I can drink my hot chocolate and not get attacked by robots. check something. How many... So there's 2 yellow weapons. Definitely carry more weapons than I need, but I don't have room in my stash either. It's super weird that a stash has a capacity like that. I mean, other games do it too, but a game like this, it feels out of place. Since you're dependent on crafting materials and stuff like that. But I guess... Well, because Kingdoms of Amalur handled it right, I think. Like, the stash had limited capacity, but all the storage... All your crafting materials were put into special items, like a special, like, crafting bag that had infinite capacity. But, like, you can only have so much, like, armor and weapons and potions and stuff on hand. But infinite crafting materials. Like, even if there was a way to expand the crafting, like this, the storage capacity through crafting materials, that'd be fine too. Because then you're still rewarding the player for collecting the crafting materials, and you're not wasting their time when they bring it back to base and they can't store it. So, maybe it requires like so much of every type of material or something like that. Or you can, each upgrade can cost like so much of one material type. You can choose which material type it is, so it, you know, whatever you have on hand, you can upgrade it with. Or use whatever you have the most of. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Let's see. Assault rifle, barrel extension. I guess I only need one of these, don't I? One second. Got a darn bug flying around in here. Super distracting. Alright, there we go. Is there anything here to grab? Doesn't look like it. Can't even go in here. Is there a bus stop here? Huh. Oh, okay, this isn't a residential dwelling, it's a commercial building. See, even though it didn't say it had any collectibles or anything, it had a thingamajig. Crafting recipe that I'm never going to use, but still, it's nice to find it. Also been finding a lot of those lately, too, along with the yellow items. Here's something close by. I could go here, pursue the main quest. I think I'd rather cut this way first. We'll do the main quest later. If I can clear out this little peninsula up here. That'll clear out the whole northeastern side of this region. That way I don't have to backtrack. Before I go, do I have a grenade on hand? Probably not. I was going to blow up the gas station as I left. At least there has been a noticeable difference when fighting these big guys and the different tier weapons and how effective they are against fighting them. I'm looking forward to getting that damage upgrade skill. Let's see, 1 point here, and then it's right. It's only down here. So what's it? 2, 4, 6. Oh, more damage. Yeah, so this is the next tree to go down after this one, I think. There are a ton of tanks here. That's a harvester. I thought there was another tank over that way, so maybe it's 2 tanks and a harvester, a whole pack of hunters over here. Oof. Don't want to deal with that. I kind of do, so I burn through some of that ammunition and reduce my weight, but since I am over encumbered, I can't sprint around and avoid their attacks, so it's not it's not going to be a smooth experience. Alright, buddies, what y'all doing? Oh, you jerk. Why don't y'all quit wiggling around? Why is it wiggling so much? Missed again. Jeez Louise. Hey, good morning, man. Well, good evening from here, I guess. Glad you could stop by the stream. Alright, buddy. What you doing? Ah. Whiffed it. Don't alert! Everybody, you jerk. Where'd you go? Hold still. Jeez. So as long as I aggro those big guys, then I'm not worried about it. And 3 mechs down, so that should be all 3 codes that I need. The bunker as well. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I understand, man. It's all good. If you ever want to watch them, they will be uploaded to the channel, so you're not missing out. Trying to make any content that anyone could potentially miss out on. It will almost always be available. Some multiplayer games I don't keep uploaded in case there's like language I don't condone being used, and I don't catch it. Oh, that's not so bad. You just up really early. Instead of, you know, being up late. Imagine how much work you can get done getting up at 2:16. Now I wake up at 3, so... Sometimes I wake up at 2. I hate when I wake up at 2, though. No collectibles or anything here. That's disappointing. Might be used for a quest later. Whoops. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nothing doesn't like there's anything here of any value to me. Oh, well, maybe. Nope. In this game? Oh gosh. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. There's a little building over here. We'll check that out. And then keep going northeast. I guess it's just this pile of logs. Okay. Yeah, I remember you. I have a pretty good, well, a somewhat good memory for commenters. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, the execution was hilarious. I think that was the best part of that entire game. Which I'm not done with, by the way. There's a DLC coming out for it this year sometime. So, when that comes out, we will revisit the game. Because I did buy the edition that came with the expansion or something. Which was still 60% off, so, man, it was still a steal. Well, debatably a steal. Oh, I don't want to fight that guy. I don't want to risk it. He's going to pull all those other enemies to me. No. I said there was a collectible here. Oh man, that could be anywhere. Now we'll figure it out. Just gotta go through my mental checklist of all the different collectibles you can find, so I know what to look for. Could be cassette tape, a piece of paper. I guess a love note. Have I found all the love notes? Love letters? I found a lot of them. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird though. Like it's like they want you to romance her, but then they hide it behind a persuasion check, which kind of makes sense because she's there for like what, maybe 4% of the game. I mean, she plays a big part in like the main storyline, but you spend so much time side questing and exploring. Like the main story gets like pushed to the wayside, so she's not around a lot. And plus, I was already married. I married that woman at the Legend of Dead Kel DLC. Yeah, some of the bosses are like that. The last boss was kind of like that for me, but not because I couldn't beat it, but because it wouldn't let me beat it. Oh, that final boss. That broke me. Yeah, I think the Deacon was the hardest one for me. Except for, you know, when the game bugged out. Definitely, but some good boss fights though. It's a shame though, at least when I played it, the hardest challenge were the boss fights, and once you figured out how to beat them, like the game wasn't really a challenge anymore. I think they've added like different difficulties since then, so my opinion's a little dated. What to get rid of? So I don't really need that. I need to keep my eyes open for a collectible. Alright, stay crouched, stay stealthy, stay safe. Does it really just turn off this one extremely dim light? Okay. Well. I will take that. Let's see a collectible in here. Alright, over encumbered once again. Clock Tower 3. I never played Clock Tower 3. Or any of the Clock Towers for that matter. I watched a speed run of one of them, I think. Whichever one, I think you get chased around by a guy with giant scissors. If that's the right franchise. What to get rid of? I'm carrying too much stuff around. I have to drop something. I have to make some concessions here, and I don't want to. Well, shoot. I guess I don't really see me using this very often, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'll just save up a bunch of 50 cal ammo until I find the a yellow version of that weapon. Alright, so I don't know how big this property is because it triggered when we were all the way down here, so it could be at any of these locations around us. Right. Oh, is there a dock around there? Nope. I don't know. We'll find it though. Not gonna leave this place unexplored. I'm not gonna leave a collectible behind if I can help it. I'm sure I walked right past it. This is quaint. I like this. It's like you have your own personal beach. It probably smells a little funky because the dock that's right here. Do I have anything in here worth grabbing? I can get rid of this. And all of this. I might get rid of all of this. I don't need any of that. Same with all this. I'm not gonna... Well, I'll keep this. And that for now. Everything else I can get rid of. What I should do is actually, let's drop this. I should probably keep the DLC attachments as well. So I don't know if you can find replacements for those elsewhere. So let's put that back and... Where are they at? Yeah, actually, I have my name written in kanji on my wall. Well, it's not hung up right now, but it's a little framed thing that I got done back when I was in kindergarten. So when I was 5 years old. There's something else. I'm going to drop off some stuff here too. We'll drop off that and some ammunition. What am I not using? I don't have a... Oh, see, I wish it showed you what ammo type it used when you hovered over it in the inventory. A little goofy that it doesn't. Let's drop these off, I guess, and we'll grab one of these. Increase the amount of dark dot. Oh man, that's awful. Because they are not a great enemy to fight. They're the ones that I was recommending using the Blade Master against. Because if you don't take out the Shield Bearer, Dark Daughter variation, I don't remember what her name is, and she gets into combat with you and she gets all that extra armor, she's really, really hard to take out. And that's what I use the Blade Master for, was to take them out on my turn. Don't need this in my inventory, don't need that, or that. I have a lot of inventory space left still. But, oh, we're better off than we were. Let's move out. Alright, let's go back to this location, see if I can't find that collectible. Yeah, because I wasn't a huge fan of the Blade Master until I started finding the Dark Daughter, so I was like, you know what? I could probably use the Blade Master to mount these guys. But the Shield Bearer is definitely my favorite class in the game. I like spears. Alright, I guess we'll start in the house, right? Oh. I found it. Yeah, it is very Borderlandsy. Honestly, I really enjoyed the game too. Obviously, the story wasn't much to write home about, but the gameplay itself was really fun. I wish that there were more enemies in the game. That's my one critique. Did she? I tried to use her because I really liked the stealing attributes, like making her very tanky. She came in useful a couple of times in my playthrough, and her Shoot, what's the ability called where she stands in place and spins and attacks like 3 times? That was really good with the Soul Slinger. I don't remember the names of any of the abilities, but the attack the Soul Slinger has where she attacks when another daughter deals damage. Sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do. It's been a while. Yeah, no, Rage 2 story was really short. It was all the exploration and stuff that extended it. And the DLC are okay. Again, nothing really exciting. But again, the gameplay was really fun. I just wish that there were more enemies. Because once you unlock all the abilities, like that's when the game opens up. I should have went around and got all the abilities first. And then focused on exploring once I had everything unlocked, but nothing I can do about that now. I've actually had a bit of an itch to play Borderlands recently. Because I never played the second one. Or the third one, for that matter. I played the first one through 3 or 4 times. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Alright, let's just get away from here. You remember the maid giving me some trouble too. I think the Deacon was harder than the maid, because by the time I fought the maid, I kind of had the pacing down, but she was still a doozy. I think was the maid the one I beat in 1 try. There was one of the bosses that only took me 1 try. I don't remember how I even beat the maid. Honestly, I remember the Deacon and using the Soul Slingers. The Surgeon, I remember that one too, using the shield bearer to face tank. With the Blacksmith's Grace. I remember the Suffering extremely well. I don't remember the second to last boss though. The Child, I think? So that one was really easy too. I think that may have been 1 try. Yeah, Endless Dungeon is a blast. One of these days I'm going to beat it, I'm going to have to move on to another roguelike as my filler series. But I'm also a big fan of all the Endless games. Endless Dungeon, or Dungeon of the Endless, they're actually coming out with a new game called Endless Dungeon. You have Endless Legend 1 and 2, and, sorry, Endless Legend, just the 1. Then there's Endless Space 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't think they're going to update the game anymore. Though they do have an endless day once per year. One of the characters I have unlocked, you can only get 1 day a year. It might be for like a week or something, but... But no, they're moving on to the next roguelike, so that game probably won't get any more updates. Unless they add characters from the new game to their old game. I can see them doing that. My detect. In this game? Oh, with the enemies. Yeah, probably. I see what you're saying. Never mind. Took me a second. I can probably fix it by exiting and reloading. Which might be worth doing. It's about the same distance. Yeah, that's what I mostly use the Soul Slingers for, is for buffing. Because their attacks weren't super effective. Yeah, I remember the maid now. Yeah, she's really tricky because she swaps between that anti-melee stance and that anti-melee, or anti-ranged stance buff thing. Counter. I'll go this way first. And then of course, I didn't get the maid, or I didn't get the free scythe dancer my second, or when I attempted the fight for the second time. If I do it, I'm going to play through all 3 of the games. I don't like skipping around in series. It's got to be from start to finish. For that continuity. But that's a tall order too. That's going to be a heck of a series to play through. I don't even own Borderlands 3. I own the other 2. Look at this fight. A harvester and 2 tanks. One of them is a level 4 rival. Screw that. No, plus I have a lot of games to cover in the next year. I'm pretty sure that the channel's booked up for the next year. Especially... Oh gosh, run. You didn't see anything. Especially if I decide to cover the Mass Effect Legendary Edition when that comes out. Then, of course, Diablo 2. The remake is coming out, so I'm interested in playing that. Which means I'd have to play Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and then Diablo 4 when that comes out. Well, if I do, it won't be anytime soon. I mean, I plan to, but it's not at the top of the to-do list. Every game that I own, I plan on playing at some point. Which is a lot of games. Yeah, some roguelike games aren't... I don't find them super fun. There are a lot of them that I do like, though. Like, again, I think Dungeon of the Endless is a really good one. But yeah, some games, they can definitely be mentally taxing. Like Mordheim. Not a big fan of Mordheim. Yeah, I stay pretty busy with uploading the videos. I don't think I've actually missed a day of uploading. I've got to be pushing a year now at least. Of Granted, I'm also not traveling. Previously, whenever I missed uploads, I usually uploaded in advance. If I missed uploads, it would be because I was traveling, or my power was out. There was a time, I think my power was out for like 5 days. So I didn't upload anything during that time, of course. That was back when my channel was, I think I still had like 28 subscribers, so. I know a lot of people noticed. But yeah, I try to have a lot of varied content so people never get bored on the channel. Always have something new to watch. And something new for me to play. That's also exciting. Hiker's Barrack. Alright, let's go do this main quest. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here's a Might and Magic's on my to-do list. Though I think that the Might and Magic, like the original Might and Magic games, are a little bit higher on my priority list. But I will do Heroes of Might and Magic at some point. Yeah. Trying something new. I mean, you can't say you don't like it if you haven't tried it, right? Like, I try to play a little bit of everything, but I'm definitely more of a TRPG guy. That's my favorite genre. Like, I'll never get tired of playing those. But, I don't know, I'm drawn to just about every genre of game. Most sports games I don't care for, at least the copy-paste ones that come out every year. There's been a few that I enjoyed, like SSX was really fun back in the day. NFL Blitz was really fun on the GameCube. I don't know if it came out for anything else. I played it on the GameCube. Not super into racing games. There are a few really good ones, though. F-Zero, another really good one. Mario Kart. I enjoyed Test Drive, and I used to play Midnight Club 2. Back on the PlayStation 2. Hey, Matthew. I've been avoiding fights. They haven't got me today, so... You're rooting for the wrong team. In fact, I haven't taken damage from anything today. I don't think. Yeah, third one's the most popular. And it has that one really big mod out for it, I think, too. I think that's the right one. I'm not an expert on the franchise. I remember seeing it. Was it 5 that had the knight on the front of it with like the winged helmet? So I think that's the one that I used to always see in stores. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play this game. But then I just played Dawn of War instead. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics is awesome. I'll eventually play that on the channel, as well as Tactics Advance. I like that one too. Come on. Stop wiggling around, you. Whoops. I'm trying not to expose myself to this guy. I mean, he has a shotgun, so I'll probably save anyway, but why risk it? Yeah, RTS, TRPGs, CRPGs. I used to almost play exclusively RTS games. back when I was really into Dawn of War. I played like Stronghold, the Stronghold games, Company of Heroes. A lot of Relic games, actually. There's a collectible here, right? Requires key. Oh no. I'll have the key to the front door at least. Okay.
Hej Svante, det är Ingrid. Du svarar såklart inte. Men du vet vid det här laget att jag inte ger upp så lätt. Kan jag hämta upp dig på vägen till jobbet imorgon bitti? Du borde inte åka själv i ditt tillstånd. Vi behöver prata igenom allt det här igen. Jag kan inte låta dig göra det. Du av alla människor borde förstå att det går emot all vetenskaplig praxis. Det är forskningsetiskt tveksamt och med tanke på dina egna motiv så kan... Jag borde inte prata om det på telefon. Jag ber dig. Bara tänk igenom det här.
Oh, sorry, Matthew, I missed your comment. Yeah, F-Zero was one of the all-time great racing games. I didn't own it myself because I didn't have a GameCube, but what a blast. Never used Blind Guardian when I played games. I used to blast Dragon Force when I played Dawn of War. Storming the Burning Fields. So whenever I listen to Storming the Burning Fields, I think like Imperial Guardsmen charging like an Imperial Cathedral that's been overrun by demons. I think I played the first Fatal Frame. And that was the only one that I have any experience with. I don't think I got very far in it. No, you get a skill. And I guess better loot. I think you get better loot out of it too. So I've got you know, more stamina, I move faster, greater carry capacity. I have resistance to knockdown, so that runners can run up and knock you down. I'm up for twice as long when I'm downed, so like that little circle timer when I get killed. That doesn't matter because no one can pick me up anyway. But I got it for this, so whenever I die, the first time I die in combat, I get a free revive without having to use an adrenaline shot. Faster stamina recharge, more health, less visible, less noise, and faster crouch speed. What do I have over here? Better reload time. Reduce. I'm gonna go down this tree too, so better, less spread, more bullet resistance, more damage to armor, and more damage from automatic fire. Oh, I didn't put it like into the game. I just played it on the computer that I was playing the game on. It wasn't like a. I didn't like import it into the game or anything. Yeah, when I say Dawn of War, it's almost always Dawn of War 1. I didn't play a lot of 2. I don't have a Switch. I've been thinking about getting one for the Mrs. But I'm having a hard time justifying it because she doesn't play a lot of games, and there's only like 1 or 2 games on the Switch that I want to play. So I have a hard time justifying the cost of it. Plus, I don't really play console. I most exclusively play PC. So if I bought it, it would be for the misses to play. So this guy potentially got AIDS from a blood transfusion? That's rough. Is that the one that looks like Breath of the Wild? I saw an image for it. I don't really keep up with Pokemon anymore. I haven't played Pokemon since... Well, I did play Ruby. I just couldn't get into it. I loved, you know, red, blue, yellow, silver, gold. But then, like, Ruby came out. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play this. And I just didn't have... The enthusiasm wasn't there. I have an Xbox One, but I only use it for watching like YouTube and Netflix and all the other streaming services that I have free subscriptions to.
Lunginflammation som jag tycks ha ådragit mig och det kan vara dödligt, sa de. Medicinering kommer att stilla den värsta smärtan, men inte mycket mer. Vi pratar inte om hur länge jag har kvar, för det behövdes inte. Det var ju inte någon chock direkt. Jag har haft tid att vänja mig vid tanken. Jag vaknade med en måhända galen tanke i morse att jag skulle själv utsätta mig för det invasiva ingreppet. Den här sjukdomen har ju redan hämmat mitt immunförsvar ändå och torde således inte initiera någon cytokinutsöndring. Med Veronikas algoritm bör vi kunna koda över neurosignalerna direkt. Med mänskligt koordinerade signalfall kan vi göra framsteg 100-tals gånger snabbare än med råttor och apor. Och kanske är det till och med möjligt att specifikt koda cellerna som är infekterade med HIV och... Nej. Jag kan inte låta rädslan ta över. De skulle aldrig tillåta det och de skulle ha rätt.
I like the voice acting for that message. That was well done. Releasing Diamond and Pearl. Never played them, so I don't have any any attachment to it. No, I was upset I couldn't find my silver cartridge for the longest time. I left it in my... So, on the Nintendo 64, when you had Pokemon Stadium, there was... Well, the N64 had this little cartridge attachment for some Game Boy Color games. And I used to play... So you could play the Game Boy Color games on the Nintendo 64. And I forgot that I left the silver version inside that device for, I don't know, a decade or so. So I was freaking out because I couldn't find it. Turns out I trapped myself inside Lugia's cave anyway. I didn't have flash, so I couldn't see in the cave, and I was trying to navigate it in the dark. And I couldn't find my way out anyway, so... Yeah, I'm excited though because a lot of PS5 games or previous exclusives are coming to PC. Horizon Zero Dawn's already done it, and God of War's on the way, along with Days Gone. So, PlayStation games are starting to double dip in the PC market, but well after their release date. Just like Demon's Souls, I'm sure is going to as well, because I'm just upset I didn't get that. They didn't release it for PC like they originally stated. Oh, another yellow. Fantastic. I haven't even noticed. Honestly, I assumed that you spoke English fluently. Like, there's no, there's no, like I would have known unless you said it.
5 augusti 1981. Möte med Holberg idag. Och på hans begäran så var vi hemma hos mig och inte på kontoret. Han avslöjade att FOA har startat ett nytt topphemligt program. Kodnamnet är Redovisningskansli Öst, RÖ. Och det är lämpligt nog lokaliserat i närheten. Knappast en slump, men han vill inte säga var. De har jobbat med prototyper av obemannade militära maskiner i händelse av biologisk eller kemisk krigföring. Och det som hände i Sverdlovsk måste ju ha skrämt upp dem. Han kallade det SM-programmet stridsmaskiner. Och det är där mitt team kommer in i bilden, sa han. Vi ska samarbeta med RÖ och försöka integrera vår neurolänk till en sån här maskin. Så att en skyddad pilot kan kontrollera dem ifrån ett bergrum utan att använda sig av något gränssnitt. Ja, det är ju inte utan att jag känner mig lite manipulerad här. Jag förstod ju såklart att de alltid ville utnyttja vår forskning för militära ändamål, men jag antog alltid att det rörde sig om underrättelseinsamling, kontraspionage, inte faktiska vapen.
Sorry, I don't like to interrupt voice acting in games if I can help it. I have no idea, Matthew. Oh, right. Hey. So does that count as the collectible here? No. Pokemon Snap. That's a throwback. Never played it myself. My buddy had it. I saw him play it, but never actually got to play it. Well, you're doing a good job. Like, again, I would have noticed that it wasn't your native language had you not said otherwise. I just had to split my foreign languages. I took Spanish for 3 years. Technically 3 years. It was actually just 2 years, because the third year we didn't learn anything. And then I took Latin for 2 semesters. Those are stones, not rings in Infinity War. Rings would be the Mandarin, Iron Man's villain in Iron Man 2, or is it 3? 3. Iron Man 3 is when he fights the Mandarin. That guy has 10 rings of power. Japanese, English, and Korean. It's quite the resume. Again, I learned Spanish and Latin. Doesn't mean I speak it. Though I know enough to where typically if I see a message in it, I can decipher it. Well, Latin because I just learned it. Spanish maybe not so much. So this must be a collectible around here somewhere. think. Did I already explore down here? I think that I did. I know hello in a few different languages. Japanese, American, of course, cowboy, Spanish, Hawaiian. I mean, it's not, I guess that, well, let's explore this whole area, I guess. We'll just tear each building apart from start to finish. Well, good, because the Mandarin that... Oh. The Mandarin that was in Iron Man 3 was a huge disappointment. I mean, he could breathe fire, which is cool, but that's not... Mandarin's so much more than that. How do you even get this thing? Can I shoot it down? Yep, you just shoot the collectibles. Great. Yeah, the Mandarin in the Iron Man movie, at least the initial one, was an imposter, but then what's his face was supposed to be the real Mandarin, but he wasn't a real Mandarin. That was... He could... I didn't see a dragon, alright? The Mandarin can turn into a dragon. Until he does that, he's not the real Mandarin. I'm assuming he's going to show up in the Doctor Strange movie. Since, you know, Iron Man isn't going to have any more movies. Well, at least they're both, you know, useful languages. Latin, it's fun, but it's not necessarily useful. Not many people speak Latin. Spanish was useful, though. I used to speak it all the time, back when I was in high school and I worked at McDonald's. I had a few friends that spoke Spanish. And I spoke it a little bit when I was in the military. I had a buddy that spoke Spanish. Shang-Chi movie. I didn't know we were having a Shang-Chi movie. But that's pretty neat. So I can get behind. Oh, what do we have here? Alright, where to next? What do we got? I guess we go over here. We can't cross this bridge, but we can cross... I assume we cross over here. This place doesn't have any buildings on it, so we don't go over here yet. I assume. Now we'll figure it out. Let's just go. Nightmare is the villain. I don't think I know who Nightmare is. I'm not super well versed on Doctor Strange. But I knew who Dormammu was because I played Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, I wonder... Well, I don't want to spoil anything in case people haven't seen it yet. So I gotta be careful talking about The Mandalorian. Sorry if there's any background noise. The Mrs. is home and she's doing something. I've only been streaming for an hour. Time has been... I feel like time's been flying by. I've been having a good time, but it's just been... like, no time's gone by. So after this, I have to take a test. So I apologize if I say your name incorrectly. Is it Chio or Shio? You said you're in school, right? What do you, You said you're studying English, but what else are you studying? As a fellow student. I'm interested. You should have taken up crocheting, Matthew, and made one yourself. It would have meant more coming from, you know, being homemade and all that. I wouldn't say the entire world hates North Korea. I think most people sympathize with it. I think a lot of people hate America right now. United States isn't the most popular country, nor has it really ever been. Come on, give me the medkits. Not that I'm comparing, like, you know, the U.S. to North Korea. It's not all the same situation, but well, the U.S. has soured a lot of its relationships recently. Don't worry about my cat. He's not hungry. In fact, he actually got a little extra snack or treat for dinner, so I gave him a little bit of my tuna. Alright, I'm stuck. That's not a collectible back there. I don't think they put a collectible in a truck like this, so I'm not gonna check. Also not gonna check any of these containers until after. Well, congrats. I'm glad you're studying something that you're passionate about. That's what I'm doing too. Initially went to school for engineering, and I couldn't stand it, and so I decided to pursue history and creative writing. It's important to pursue your passions because you only have one life to live. And you can pursue money and all that jazz. And I mean, they're not saying that it won't be money in your passion, but blindly pursuing money isn't always the best choice. Because eventually, I mean, you got one life. Don't waste it just chasing money, because that's not going to make you happy. That'll give you security, which is a type of happiness, but it won't be like true happiness. Is it worth watching? It's not worth buying. Is it worth watching? It is if you're familiar with the Cthulhu mythos. If you're not familiar with the Cthulhu mythos, it's probably not worth watching because it won't make a lot of sense. Even as someone that's somewhat familiar with the setting, it didn't make a lot of sense because there's more like a bunch of references smashed together than it was like a true like Cthulhu experience, if that makes sense. The Call of Cthulhu game that I played back in 2018, I think that's when I played it, is more of a Cthulhu experience. It has like an actual narrative that's being pushed forward. The shore is very ambiguous. Like, it just keeps throwing a bunch of like references at you that don't necessarily belong in the plot. Yeah, then I wouldn't recommend it to you because it doesn't give you a lot of like exposition. It doesn't explain like who all these creatures are that you're interacting with. Like, it doesn't explain what's going on, except for what's happening to your character. But even then, like the ending, I was like, I didn't fully understand the ending. I have some theories, but like, I don't know. I think I was overall disappointed with the game. It had some really strong parts, like I think the atmosphere, the music. That was all well done. Cat is acting a fool over there. Yeah, I get that. I think I've heard about that as well. I'm not super into the cosplay community. I like seeing some of this stuff, but it's not something I ever really... Sorry, I was yawning. Something I ever got really super invested into. Oh, it's all good, man. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I have plenty of stuff on the channel. I'm sure you'll find something else that you like, so. That's why I play such a variety of stuff, so if someone doesn't like something that I'm playing, they can watch the other thing that I'm playing. That's why I also have two, Let's Plays going on at the same time. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I enjoyed some parts of it, but it was super on the nose, which is not what the mythos is about. Yeah, 13 is a blast. I used to play the heck out of the multiplayer mode back in the day. Not very good at 13 though. It's definitely not the I remember why I never beat it when I was younger. So it can be a little challenging. And it technically wasn't my game, it was my brother's. We were really the sharing sort of siblings. So it's hit or miss if I ever got to even play it. Oh, he's destroyed, never mind. I think we're in the clear. Nope. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get out of that situation and you follow your passions without being taken advantage of. These people are the worst. That's why I hope to one day be self-employed, because I really don't want to work for anybody. So I know what it is with people and being in positions of authority that just makes them go haywire. Yeah, Tyranny is really fun. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue in the beginning, but it's a whole new setting. Like, it's not like D&D or Pathfinder, so they have to have all exposition so you know what's going on. But it picks up. I want to say episode 6 or 7. It picks up with more combat. No, the next episode is going to probably be all dialogue because I have to talk to a new companion and speak to all my other companions. Yeah, skip to let me see real quick. What's the name of the episode where it starts picking up again? Let's see. I know at least like the past 3 episodes have been very combat heavy. I mean, I forget how many episodes I've done. So yeah, episodes 13, 14. Let me just pull up the playlist. 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up for you. So you give it a once you give it a proper chance. Let's see, playlist. So episode 9, I think, actually is where the first like true combat starts. Episode 11 and forward is pretty combat heavy. Yeah, I really like the voice of Virat's design. A lot of the designs of that game are really cool. Like all the companions, how they all have like a unique, I guess, a gimmick. Like I think all the companions are really unique and cool. Like there's not really a generic companion. Well, I don't know anything about Lantry yet, but the rest of them are pretty cool. So far. Oh, it's nice here. Yeah, it's hard to find jobs that accommodate a student's schedule, at least in the where I'm at. Luckily, I was able to get a job at school, at least last semester. But they had someone who they've been in quarantine this semester because people keep getting exposed to the virus. Yeah, the Whisper mechanic I think is the coolest part of his character. Yeah, and it's important to have limits. I think, well, I mean, obviously it's important to have limits. It's important to stand by, even like YouTube. Like, I think it's really important on my channel. Like, I don't really condone cursing and stuff. Try to keep things as PG as possible. Like, there's never a reason to... This is a better way to phrase it. There's never a reason to, I guess, bend your morality for a paycheck. If a company or business ever asks that of you, you just leave. You're a person. You're not an automaton there to, you know, create a profit for the corporation or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm really digging the whole setting in Tyranny. The whole Bronze Age, shifting into the Iron Age. A lot of really cool character designs. I'm wondering, well, I don't want to speculate too much because I don't want to spoil anything. Even though I don't know spoilers, but for people that haven't watched the series yet. First, I don't think really cares if I spare lives. Barrick doesn't because he's a intolerant racist. I mean, there's no better way to put it. He believes that being from the north makes him superior to anyone in the tiers. So he looks at them as like animals. I really lost a lot of. Well, no, I think I have versus Wrath maxed out. Because I'm trying to be a diplomat, you know? I'm trying to play the middle ground. Like, my character has no problem taking out enemy leadership, but if, like, the subordinates or, like, the, you know, villages surrender, spare them, you know? Because you need something to rule. If you're conquering a territory, you want to retain that infrastructure and those people, because it's going to save you time and resources in the long run. Like, what's the point in conquering an area if he's going to take everybody out? It's not sustainable. Is there any, like, specific genre that you cosplay? Like, is it, you know, video games or hell these guys are standing right in the middle of these buildings? I have to fight these guys. Don't particularly want to, but that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. Leave me alone. That's neat. I don't know what that last thing is. But yeah, most of the cosplay I've been introduced to or seen is mostly been video game stuff, because that's where my passion. This isn't a lie. I love video games. Whoops. I don't think I haven't really watched anime since 2010. Well, no, I take that back. I did watch Dragon Ball Super, even though it wasn't the greatest, but I like me some DBZ. They're a little transformery, especially the Michael Bay Transformer. They have that like really rugged look to them. Yeah, Dragon Ball is anime. Before Dragon Ball Super came out, last one I watched was the Marineford arc for One Piece. I think what actually killed anime for me was Naruto, because that show is awful. Some really good moments in it. Like there's a couple of fights I really enjoyed that I watched after the show ended. At least I think it ended. There's just so much wasted time. Just constantly flashbacks, flashbacks, flashbacks. I was like, ugh, I'm done. And you better believe it. Well, if Optimus Prime wasn't shooting me, and make himself such a prime target for my bullets, then I wouldn't shoot him. He's only getting what's coming to him. Oh, see? I don't know about all that. I have watched a couple of scenes from it since then. I watched the Jiraiya versus Pain fight, because Jiraiya was my favorite character. And then I did watch the Might Guy versus Madara fight. I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was mostly the flashbacks. If there was more action, like if I'm watching anime about ninjas, I want them to do ninja stuff, you know? I want them to fight. It wasn't, it was just not fun. Like Dragon Ball Z was all about the fighting. Yeah, okay, Goku might charge up a spirit bomb for 5 episodes, but it was still about the fight. Okay. That sounds pretty neat. And I learned something new today, which means I don't have to stay up late tonight trying to learn something new in my spare time. So I don't really want to commit to one of these big settlements, so what I'll probably do is work my way over here. Save the big settlements for the next stream. See, I watched the original Dragon Ball, but I thought DBZ was definitely the superior series. The Cell Saga was my personal favorite. Back when, you know, Piccolo and all the side characters were still relevant. Piccolo's my favorite DBZ character. And when he fused with, shoot, what's his name? Is it Kami? And fought Cell and the androids. The Buu Saga was okay, but Cell Saga was peak Dragon Ball for me. I don't know what stereotype I would fit into if I had to put myself in one. Like back in high school, I was a scene kid. Yeah. I guess if I had to give myself a stereotype now, it'd just be comfort. I like being comfortable. I'm very sneaky, Matthew. I am 40% less visible, and I make 40% less noise. I think some of my gear also reduces my visibility. So, I'm just really sneaky. You know, I mean, Master Roshi does get smacked around a lot. He has some good moments, but yeah, he's not my favorite character. Piccolo and Gohan before Dragon Ball Super. He was also a good character. And also, I mean, I like Goku, of course, before Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super made him to this really dumb character. He lost all of his heroic traits, which I didn't like. Honestly, Dragon Ball Super wasn't that great. There was a lot of action. That's why I watched it, because I thought the action was fun. But, that's about it. Yeah, right? This made him so dumb. Can't stand it. Like, he used to be, you know, he wasn't super, you know, socially savvy, but he had heroic characteristics to make up for. He doesn't have that anymore. It just, I mean, he made him more, I guess, Wukong-ish. Which is obviously his inspiration, but even you know, Wukong had noble characteristics. I found a horse that's not listed on the map. Sweet. Oh, I didn't know that. I learned 2 new things today. Thank you. I don't know if you ever answered my question. I asked if your name was pronounced Shio or Chio. And I didn't see if you responded. But I appreciate the knowledge. I like learning new things. If I don't forget, I try to learn at least 1 new thing a day. Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't know what kissing was in Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, he's been living on Earth for how long? I mean, it just... Ugh. Of course, in Dragon Ball Super, they also nerfed, like, Piccolo and the rest of the cast. Gohan got really nerfed. There's a time when he was stronger than Goku, and they did away with all that. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Okay, well, thank you. A lot of violence here. Did I just pick 2 locks? I think I just picked 2 different locks and wasted an extra lock pick that I didn't have to waste. Whoopsies. Yeah, I miss a lot of stuff when I'm recording and streaming and Let's Play. Try not to. I'm getting better at it, but... No power. Where is this at? So I don't think this is part of this complex, is it? It might be. I hope that it's not. Might go over here, because most of these look like those cabin buildings that I can't enter, so we can go explore that real fast. I still can't get over how pretty this game is. Like, environmentally, I think it's one of the prettiest games I've ever played. Alright, so yeah, it's all logs. Grand Higgett. Higet. Or Higet. Oh, something in here. The emergency flare, or a get out of jail free card, as I like to call it. I was gonna say at the next safe house is at a call to stream, so once I finish exploring this area and unlock that safe house, that's gonna be it for the stream tonight. So we're almost to the end. I have a quest I have to pick up here first. Oh, I could have had that. Yeah, I think, so I'm speculating here. There's a quest called Not Alone. I found proof that there are other survivors out there. Don't know what that's going to take us, though. But the main, that's a DLC quest. The main quest, I don't think there's any survivors, but I don't know, because I haven't finished exploring the area yet. But where I've been so far, there haven't been any survivors, so we'll see. Logger's Journal. Is it here? That's all the way over there. Okay. Well, if he's the type of person that I imagine he would be, I'm gonna assume that he probably thinks he knows more about it than you do. So. I have food between my teeth. That's not good. There you go, floss. Alright, but that's gonna do it for the stream tonight, guys. We knocked out a lot. We explored most of this region. Well, I wouldn't say most, because we still have... Yeah, it's all like major cities. These are gonna take forever to go through. But we made pretty good progress regardless. We knocked out like the whole northern part of this place. We'll go west, northwest next time. Clear out this area. Work our way down this way, I guess. Have I been here? Oh, I guess it got revealed when I found the quest. Oh, it's all good, man. It's a time conflict. It's all good. I'm glad you can make it out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow around the same time. So I'll see you guys there. If not, then I'll see you guys some other time. So that's all good. Yeah, glad to have you here. All right, take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Well, I am happy to hear that. Always nice when I get compliments on my content. So I appreciate that. Alright, in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. And have a good day or night, wherever you're at.